Good morning, everyone. When we came to government in 2003, we set some goals for ourselves. Food security, providing gainful employment and livelihoods, creation of economic infrastructure, human resource development, governance and fiscal management, and taking special care of the disadvantaged, particularly women. To attain these goals, we needed to develop outstanding physical infrastructure, and at the same time, we needed to develop our human resources. From a state in debt, we doubled the planned spending in 2003-4, and today our planned spending has doubled again. Capital expenditure is now more than 100% of the net borrowings by the state, implying that the borrowings are being used to create capital assets. The capital expenditure has also increased by over 150% since 2002-2003. Our first priority was the state's fiscal health. From a position of revenue deficit at 30% of revenue receipts in December 2003, the state has become revenue surplus for the first time since 15 years. The state's vastly improved fiscal position can be judged from the fact that we have not resorted to overdraft for even a single day since February 2004. The state's economy has grown by over 8% last year. With the huge attention paid to improving infrastructure, this high growth trajectory can only improve. The power scenario was dismal at the time we took over. I can say with pride that by the end of 2008, we will be power surplus. This is thanks to an innovative feeder renovation program which has brought down the T&D losses and made 24-hour domestic power available to 1/3 of our villages. The losses are down from 45% to below 20%. Amazing, but true. The work on all feeders will be completed by June 2008, and then 38,000 villages will be receiving 24 hours of domestic power supply. At the same time, we have set up new power projects in the state and the private sector. Over and above this, 525 megawatts of wind power is being generated entirely by the private sector. By 2011, we would have added 5,000 megawatts of additional power. We have been giving high priority to road development, not only as a means of propelling growth, but also opening up new areas of the state. We joined hands with IL&FS to create a special purpose vehicle to widen and strengthen state highways under the State Mega Highway Project. By April 2008, we would have converted all 5 mega highways to world-class expressways, a length of over 1,000 kilometers at a cost of over rupees 1,500 crores, most of which has been arranged from the market without recourse to state government finances. Along with improvement in infrastructure, we believe it is vital to strengthen our human resources. Upgrading of education and health facilities with special focus on IT has been a priority. For the BPO sector in Rajasthan, an assessment of soft skills has been started in association with NASSCOM, making Rajasthan the first state to launch NASSCOM's NAC. The first test was held successfully in November and more than 2,500 candidates took the test. The second test is scheduled to be held in the last week of November 2007. Alongside this, Jaipur is being converted to a Wi-Fi city. With a state-wide area network and existing free right-of-way, we would certainly meet the communication requirements of our investors. To bring transparency and efficiency in urban governance, all 6 municipal corporations have web-enabled information systems in place. Efforts are being made in other departments. Anyway registry, a reality in Jaipur, will be extended to the rest of the state, allowing instantaneous registration of properties. Our policy to promote private sector investment in healthcare facilities has received an overwhelming response, and a number of reputed institutions like Bombay Hospital, Narayan Hrudayalaya, Fortis, Reliance, Apollo Hospitals, North Shore Hospitals USA have come forward to set up healthcare facilities in the state. An ITI in every block, and one polytechnic and engineering college in every district is our aim. we have looked successfully at PPPs in this area. Our efforts are now being noticed. Doing Business in South Asia 2007, a report brought out by the World Bank on the business climate in 12 major cities in India, has ranked Jaipur just behind Hyderabad and Bangalore. And I am happy to say that Jaipur has the best score in the country when it comes to starting a business. In today's time and age, it is important that the government and businesses work together with a shared objective to address the needs of socio-economic development. We have established some very fruitful institutionalized partnerships with the private sector. I would in particular want to refer to our Rajasthan Education Initiative, where the government, industry leaders like Cisco, IBM, NIIT, Microsoft, and other bodies like World Economic Forum have come together to give the education sector the extra fillip. PPPs are also working in yet another part of the social sector where together with the government they are providing a hot, nourishing midday meal to over 4 lakh children, ensuring their attendance in schools. We are about to come out with a policy on social sector viability gap funding to catalyze investment in creation of social infrastructure. We're also setting up the Rajasthan Innovation Foundation to encourage and support research and innovation in agriculture and technical fields. A tectonic shift in the development and growth paradigms is taking place in Rajasthan. The foundation of a long-term sustainable growth of the state has firmly been laid. We believe the state has been able to shake off the Bimaru tag, and we would like to strengthen existing partnerships and build new ones towards our shared objective of putting the state in the League of Developed States. It is with this objective that we are hosting the Resurgent Rajasthan Partnership Summit at Jaipur on the 30th November and 1st December 2007. At this summit, we propose to sign MOUs with promoters of projects supported by a clear roadmap to implementation, and also what exactly the state would offer in terms of support. I'd like to thank FICCI for their partnering with us in holding the summit. With their active participation, we would, I believe, forge stronger ties between the government and the private sector. It is not the government's job to do business. We need to be facilitators, and I believe that Rajasthan is entering a new and exciting phase of development. I want to invite you all to the Partnership Summit. Come, be our partner in the new, vibrant and resurgent Rajasthan. I do look forward to seeing you. Thank you.